I heard everything from my tika to my rings to making me sound like an alpha bitch. Every director, when I decided to shift to movies, and the only thing I kept hearing was, this is not Saas Bahu. I had stored my eggs in when I was 36. So I had the calling for a long time. I don't know what was it. I don't know. I just knew that I might get married, might not. Very late if it happens, or may never happen, and because I'm not going to do anything just for the sake of it.
At a time when testosterone was the call for the day, she came, she saw, and she conquered, and she completely changed the game. Today I have a guest who has set out and made an empire of her own. And one of the first few women producers, filmmakers, you can call her anything, content creators, to have done that. Welcoming Ekta Kapoor in conversation with me on Pink Villa for Woman Up. How have you been?
I've been good.
Of course, fabulous is the word. I will start off by saying that, you kind of changed the game for women. When you started very young, like a producer. कितने बार सुना है कि मतलब अरे तुम लड़की हो इतना मत उड़ो ये तो तुमसे नहीं हो पाएगा.
मुझे कुछ ही दिन पहले मैं एक जिम मेरे घर पे I was working out and this trainer was telling me there was this film he saw and they had done a spoof on me, some film of Govinda's, and Ganesh Acharya had made it, I think. And I was like, I remember that, and I remember how upset I was at that time when it happened. Today though I laugh about it. It was a spoof about how I lose my temper. And I was like, there's been a history of male producers, directors on the set who abuse constantly and they are constantly losing their temper. True. I used to be assertive, from having rumors about me breaking my mobile to breaking tables, which I don't think is possible with this one, and me doing some seriously whacked out stuff. I heard everything from my tika to my rings to making me sound like an alpha bitch. I was out there presented like this freak of nature. I mean, you had to be scared of me because I was doing something which was clearly my job. And clearly, I was working with so many men initially, and just being assertive was becoming a problem. So I was like, I need this done. And of course, that became caricaturish. She wants her things done, and she thinks no end of herself. And soon I was like, okay then. True. Keep your voice low, talk sweetly, don't raise your voice. People will hate you, is what my mom used to tell me all the time. Like all the time. And I was like, I'm not here to win a popularity poll. I'm not fighting with people personally. I'm not doing anything personal to them. But this is a bad episode. And she was like, but they'll hate you. And I was like, no, I mean, I can't do anything about that.
But have you faced sexism?
A lot of it. Of course. I mean, it's clearly like that. I've been saying it. I used to take my dad for meetings. And actually, it was a company started by me and my mom. How many people have told me that, why not use your dad's name? He's far more popular than your mom. But I was like, my mom and I started this company. And sexism to the point of not taking instructions from a woman was almost mandate.
True.
Or bitching her out because guess what? She thinks no end of herself. I'm like, okay then, I think no end of myself. Just do the job. And I'll be great with you and you'll be great with me. I took on an aggressive stand even more when I was confronted. Today, I don't do that. I think I see situations with a lot more empathy. So I'd rather say sweetly, but I was far younger, so there were many faults in me also.
What? Like what?
Like, I mean, I would take it on, like, this is my job and you're doing your job, please do this job. Today I'll probably say like, hey, come on, just do it. I mean, not because I feel I have to take a softer stand because now I'm a woman, because a leader, you have to empathize the other journey too. And you have to put yourself in other people's place. So that I think I have started doing. At that time I used to feel like, and the aggression was straight away not accepted because I was a woman, which made me even more aggressive. Now I think people are far more understanding.
True.
And that has landed up making me more empathetic to their journey too. So I think it's worked for all of us.
But ऐसा हुआ है when you have given break to a lot of actors, both male and female. Have you ever felt that some of them, like maybe, and you know how actors can be, sometimes they can be brash, after getting a certain amount of popularity, they've disregarded your contribution to their careers? Has that ever happened?
So
Has
they-
that ever upsetted you as a person?
Earlier it used to. I used to feel that I have been a part of your journey and you're telling me like that this character can't do this, and I've actually created the character, you've played it, but I have probably as much contribution to the character as you have, maybe even more. But now I just personally believe that, you know, if you are going to do well, I'd rather enjoy your success than grudge it. And if you feel like I'm a part of your journey and you want to give me credit, great. If you don't, I'll still enjoy your success. Because I don't think I have done anything for anybody. I do my job. I sit on a chair and I see on a monitor various faces. I don't know these people. Sometimes I know them, but I forget. I try to keep my biases and my likes and dislikes out of it. And I just see the tape and do my work. So, how have I helped anyone? I've done my job. You took off. Great. You didn't. Sorry. And if you did and you don't want to remember that you started from here, that also is great.
Has it never hurt you?
I said young, when I was younger, these
How
things-
did you react to them when you were younger?
No, I would be like, why would somebody not want to remember the where they started from? These are your roots, you've done television, why are you forgetting TV? And then I was like, oh, that's okay. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. It's not my personal life that's being affected. What difference?
When you shifted from TV, you were the TV's arena. I don't think anybody, even after you, has been able to replicate the amount of success that you have had or you have been having over the years. Even today, Nagin is number one. And-
Kum and Kundli are
Yeah.
number one.
But Nagin is also.
Also, yeah,
matlab-
but Kum
Kum-
Kundli are
yeah.
like continuously number one.
So my point is that you have been there. You're ruling it. You have built an empire of your own. But when you shifted to films, what kind of जब टीवी एक्टर्स फिल्म में करते हैं ना तो वो बोलते हैं कि लोग बोलते हैं कि you know you look down upon in a certain way because you've done TV. Have you felt that people looked at you in a different way?
So this is very funny. When I went and met every actor and every director when I decided to shift to movies, and the only thing I kept hearing was, you know, this is not Saas Bahu, and I was like, I know, it's a different medium, a different experience. I'm not coming to your house. I'm going to the theater. It still happens. When I'm entering the digital world, I'm told it's not Saas Bahu. I'm like, guys, I made Once Upon a Time in Mumbai, LSD. So I was like, instead of telling people that I know how to do different content, I said, why not produce LSD? And we have continuously. So in the year, we gave Nagin, we gave a Lipstick and Udta Punjab in different seasons. We've tried to do the most commercial, populist content and do the most clutter-breaking content.
True, Lutera.
Lutera,
that is
Shore in the
good.
City. We've tried to tried to tell stories which nobody wanted to touch. Udta was a huge challenge.
Yeah.
But we were very committed to that film because we were like, that's a fantastic story to tell. It's not a completely commercial film, but it has so much soul to it.
True.
So every film that we felt that strongly for, we back them, and we do that every year. We see to it that there is a different clutter-breaking, high-on concept film that says something that we back without fail, and somehow yet people tell me, I hope you know this is not Saas Bahu.
अभी भी बोलते हैं.
It's shocking. I'm like, please, I know, I love Saas Bahu, but I know other things too. Like, guys, I mean, gangster really. Once upon a time in Mumbai, shootout at Lokhandwala and
There's a
Banana.
gangster web series also that you're doing right now.
Many, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay then.
But what is the weirdest thing that an actor has said to you, like a film actor? To reject your film, maybe. Apart from this, which really like took you by surprise or shock?
I've had some funny things said to me, but the funniest thing somebody told me was like, an actor once told me that, I hope we won't have Dharang running behind this. I said, I don't direct. The director will, and you know the director well, so yeah, it won't be. I won't have swish pants on your face. I wish I did, but I don't think so.
But you know, you have also you also calmed down and you also evolved over the years
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
as a person. And the biggest thing and the best thing that has happened to you is your son.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
the inclusion of that has, I think, how has that changed you? And you know, today when it's a topic that is often discussed, and you know, both of you are single parents, you and Tushar, and you're doing it so wonderfully well. How do you see that sense of motherhood? Like, has that changed you? What called?
So I had stored my eggs in when I was 36. So I had the calling for a long time. I don't know what was it. I don't know. I just knew that I might get married, might not. Very late if it happens, or may never happen. And because I'm not going to do anything just for the sake of it. I'm being such a non-conformist that there was no way I would going to confirm just because. And my mom was tired of telling me that this proposal has come and this person you have to meet. I was running away. So she had decided to now accept this, like never coming in there was no Lakshman Rekha around me. I was borrowing it all the time. Like, this is what I felt like. And she was not being able to. So she was, of course, from being, again you are going to do this? And oh, are you serious? To, okay. So she had like probably come to that. So she was with me and then she said, have your child. I said, no, I need to be ready. I've stored my eggs because I don't want to have an unhealthy child, but I will have it when I'm ready. And I would want to carry it also and I'm going to do it. And she was like, oh, okay. And then one day we got to know my brother wants to do it and he's done it. And he's come and told us and he's gone and done it. I want to be a single father. And she's, now both my parents are looking gobsmacked. They are like, these two have decided. And then the journey of parenthood began for him, which made me realize that even I'm ready, and then I did it myself. And now I think we made our parents grow up, because this whole thing of, single parenthood, what people will say. My father has changed as a human being, and so has my mum, and the kids have changed their lives. Their friends have changed, who turned around and told them that you also have kids without in-laws, yeah. So they are very happy now. They are busy gloating again.
But
So-
did anybody, when you were taking the decision, or maybe when Tushar was taking the decision, did you see people around you coming and like having like an iota of doubt, or maybe?
Oh, so many things were said about us, me and Tushar. But Tushar has been such a good father.
True,
And
yes.
we like, the problem is at least with me, I've been so nonchalant about so many things in my life. Initially, I used to get scared when I used to hear something new. Then I used to get aggressive about it. Then I used to get defiant. Then I would break rules just for the sake of it. Today, I just chase happiness. And I think it's made me far more empathetic. And we live in a world where acceptance and inclusiveness is probably the only thing missing. And once we do that, we can actually be the kind of people. So 100 things were said and 100 great things were said, and we just believed the great things. And we wanted to be people who lived our lives without hurting anyone else and doing it our way, so that other people in this world tomorrow don't have to think twice before they live their lives, because somebody might say something to them like, why? I was meant to have a child without being married, because I have made the institution of marriage in 150 shows.
True. In different ways.
In different ways, and maybe without intentionally doing it, and I swear never intentionally doing it, I might have made a lot of women believe that your life is only complete after you're married, and somebody up there might have said, you're going to be the example of just the opposite.
Antithesis to what you have always produced.
So I was like, okay, let's do this. Let's be the poster girl of the antithesis.
But you have built an empire that is something that people will be envious of today, and the kind of person that you are. How do you internalize the bad moments, the moments when you're down? Because you're such a public persona, it's always difficult to like come out with it completely.
So now on Instagram, I have a private and a public account, because whenever I want to vent, or my friends can vent when they want. They have a breakup, they have a problem, they're busy venting, putting up posts, When the shit goes down, you put up a post. I can't, because everyone will make stories. So I have a personal account for that. Public is only for all old Balaji shows, for all the movies. The venting profile is separate. So I found my ways around social media, the public eye, so that anytime I can, yeah, it is tough because your life is professionally any
Surrounded,
kind
yeah.
of down, I've accepted it. Like my friend Tanui, she always said me, you made such a shit film. I think you should go off social media for some time. Because, and we're so okay with that. Like, okay, today I'll be trashed. So let's leave this world. Let's walk away.
That's honest.
We're going to get jacked. But otherwise, on a personal level, when you don't, you want to, what do you call, keep your restraint over anything that's happened in your life, and people are trying to find out what you're going through, then it gets a bit tough. But then you sail through it because you have to learn. Professionally, though, I've stopped taking any success or failure personally. I've been here 25 years.
Yeah, but
Initially,
personally, internalization
of course,
has happened.
like, used to be bad initially. Professionally, I used to get very upset because people used to take personal pot shots at me. And personally, yeah, it takes time even now. But then I manage. I have a great friend circle, and
That's
I'm
true.
very proud of having friends who are real. I've earned that. That is my earning. My 5 or 10 friends who are with me through thick and thin.
But thank you. And before we move on, there is a small game which we have played with everybody and which we are going to play with you. It's called Women We Love. So let's see how you know the women we love.
Okay, let's do this.
So we are back with Ekta Kapoor for our segment Women We Love, which is all about the women we actually love. So Ekta, there are 7 placards.
Okay.
Each has a question about a woman-centric show, film, woman of substance from any field. So you have to pick 5 and give me. If you answer 3 of them correct, we give you a gift.
Oh my god, this is damn tough.
It's all easy stuff. So these are the 5. Okay. So first is a question. Which actress won the Filmfare Best Actress trophy consecutively 2 years in the years 2005 and 2006?
You're asking me about actresses who won the Filmfare trophy?
Matlab, I think she won Best Actress award everywhere that year. Those 2 years.
2005 would be... No idea.
She's a Bengali.
Rani?
Yes, it is Rani Mukherjee for Black and Hum Tum.
Okay, there were only 2 I remember. Kajol and Rani.
Okay, so another one is a guess who. I'm a Moroccan actress who made her first presence felt in a song in Bahubali. Today I have several hits to my credit and I'm called the reigning dancing queen.
I have no idea. I don't know. I'm just going to take a guess. Nora Fatehi?
Yes, it is Nora Fatehi. 2 out of 2. Plotline for TV. Okay, this is one of your shows.
Okay.
Prachi is the character's name. Prachi is a simple girl with dreams in her eyes. Prachi draws her strength from her father, but her life changes when her father dies.
Kayamat.
Yes, of course, you will know. ये तो बोलना ही है. It's a 6-second challenge. So in 6 seconds, you have to name 4 popular bahus of TV.
Parvati, Tulsi, Prerna और Kashish.
वाह, 4 out of 4. गिफ्ट तो मिल ही गया है. एक और 6-second challenge है. Name 4 recent women-centric films.
थप्पड़, पंगा, Judgmental है क्या, and
We'll give it to
recent.
you. Chapak, maybe.
Chapak.
But ठीक है, it's okay. 4 out of 5, 4.5 actually, 4.75. So you definitely.
I don't need a gift.
Yeah,
I can-
deserve the gift. So definitely, because you scored so high.
I don't think I did, but yeah.
You did 4.75 out of 5. It's like
I
almost.
said Kajol and then I said Rani.
But whatever it is, you had to answer 3, which you did. So this is for you, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
For this
My
lov-
hamper?
Yes,
Oh, how
this
lovely.
Is, this is. And thank you for this lovely conversation. But before we go, we would like to know, this segment is called Women We Love. So if you had to name 3 women who you love and who you would love to send love to, it can be anybody from the industry, from your own life, or living or dead. Who would they be and why?
So three women who I know. One would be my mum. I think she's my strength. So mama, wow.
Who you fought with in the morning?
This is my way to say, mama, I love you. Then will be Priyanka, to actually be a simple army officer's daughter, army doctor's daughter, and then now become this global icon.
Phenomena. Yeah.
Fantastic woman. We love ya.
We do.
And then there is Smriti, because not only for how much she's achieved, but the kind of woman she is. She has so much knowledge about everything from business to art. Art, as in she can look at a painting and know which artist it is, and I can't do that. And she is from parenting to actually being a hands-on parent to being this fantastic politician. I think she's probably another woman I would really admire, and she's a great friend, so she would be another one. And I'm going to add Beyonce, because I channelize my inner Beyonce.
But thank you for this lovely conversation. You've always been a powerful voice for many such women who maybe deserved a voice but didn't have the chance to get that voice. I hope you continue building that empire of your own, because I think somewhere many women will draw that strength from you.
I don't want to set examples, but I want to live my life in a way that people feel freer to live their life their way.
True.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. It was lovely.
Thank you, lovely. Hi, if you like this video, please like, subscribe and share to Pinkvilla.